near you.
Well, there's everybody. Denise, hello there. Jason, Jean, Val, John. What do you say there, Gary, Ken, and Nana Kim? Well, look at there. Everybody's starting to stack up. Kathy, Susan F., Denise, hello there. Welcome, everybody. So I'm glad everybody's starting to tune in. Val, nice to have everybody today on a Tuesday. And don't forget, I just wanted to say that this edition is actually brought to you by, yes, once again, it is USCCA. If you are going to travel and you do not know your United States laws on concealed carry, make sure and check with them. It's free. They partner up with Bigfoot Outlaw. So thank you, USCCA. Drop the link in the comments, and it's also in the description or it's our YouTube channel. So thank you very much. So Kelly, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm glad to have everybody. A round of applause there. So yes, awesome. So glad to have everybody. So what's the temperature down there, you said?
It got up all the way up to 98 today.
Man, that is crazy.
And it's
Jason,
92 right now.
92. Jason, where are you from? Hello there, Henry. Nice to have you there. Judy, welcome everybody. Roger, round of applause. Rebecca, your friend is sitting on my desk. So make sure you say hello to him, Rebecca. But no, that's crazy. I don't know what it is up here in Kentucky. I know it's warm. I got the fans in the studio going. So yes, that is crazy. But so what are we going to talk about today?
Mediumship, how it works, how it comes to me. Everybody does it different, but I'll share how I do it. All day today, I've had two passed on people with me. One lady's an Emma, and she's an older lady in her 80s. And then Eric, and he's like in his 20s. So I don't know who they belong to.
You know, it was funny right before the show. Bronson broke, right? I was showing Kelly Joe. Bronson broke. So I had to order his brother. And, you know, behind my curtain, I thought I saw something moving. And I was like, no, not in the studio. But anyways, did you pick up anything on that when I said that about that?
It feels like a male.
Shut the front door. Really?
Yep.
Great. Interesting.
You know, just say a prayer and send it on. I think that maybe you picked up maybe someone, a hitchhiker, when you were traveling, and they came home with you.
I get my holy water out. No, it was interesting. Right before the show, I saw it like going from the window, and I was like, please, not now.
Yeah. And it feels like a hitchhiker. You know, like a traveler. He has a backpack. He's like in his 30s, sandy brown hair, blue jeans and t-shirt, and one of those light rain jackets.
Did he break Bronson?
He broke Bronson.
I mean, it takes a lot to break that skull, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I picked it up and it just like broke in half. And I just got that. And poor Bronson is going back to Amazon. But anyways. I don't know. Welcome, Lizzie. Nice to see you. I wonder where you've been. But interesting. So, yes. Interesting. Sonny, welcome.
But what'll happen a lot of times before I do a mediumship reading, sometimes the spirit will hang out before I do the reading. And then they'll come through. But what I see when I do it, you can't guess who's going to come through sometimes. You know, sometimes everybody wants to talk, and who you want to come through might not, because it's whoever talks loudest.
Right.
You know, and then I get smells. I get like
smells.
I mean,
you probably walk through your house and be like, "Hey, George, how you doing?" Just keep walking. Do you or do you not?
I do.
That's crazy. that is crazy. Yes.
But I mean, like, if they smoked a cigar, I'll smell cigar smoke. I'll smell perfume. or powder, or sometimes if they're a farmer, I'll smell fresh dirt. Sometimes I'll taste like how they died. If it was a tragic death and there was blood involved, I taste blood. I can sometimes I'll feel the blunt object or the gunshot. Like if they got shot in the head, I'll feel like I'm being hit in the back of the head, and then I see black. So I can feel and know what happened to the person. Just like when we're working on the murder cases.
Right.
But I mean, that's temporary. It's like I'm observing. It isn't like it totally affects me, But sometimes the spirit will jump me and I'll start choking and stuff like they did. And I'll tell them, you don't jump me,
Wow. Susan F. says, Kelly Joe, send Grizzly's hitchhiker my way. He sounds sexy. I'm sorry, Susan.
And then you won't be able to get rid of him.
Hey, here he comes, Susan.
Yeah, really. There you go. It's your problem now.
That's right. Susan, I would be happy to send him your way. But anyways. But no, I mean, you demonstrated that before on some of your shows that we had, that when you interact with spirit, and also on the crime shows as well, it's very interesting. So, yes.
And, it's nice to be able to tell the story of the soul that has passed. And it's also nice to be able to help the people that are still living, too.
Yes. And for audio listeners, Jason wants to know, Kelly, have you always been gifted?
Yes. I was born this way. I mean, I started seeing things when I was 2.
It's amazing, Jason, that when we first brought Kelly onto the show, onto our channel, when she talks about experiences in her travel through life or journey, people like her didn't know any better. They didn't know any different. They thought it was normal.
Right.
But, it's very astonishing.
I mean, Jeff. Like when I go to historic sites, like I've told this story before, I thought everybody could see the school marm. I thought everybody could go dig up bullets, and it's like, it's so real to me that I think it's happening in that time frame. Like, for instance, I told the story of, there's a reenactment when I was in North Carolina. I smelled bullets. I heard horses. I heard muskets. I heard people fighting, clashing. I smelled sulfur from the cannon. And it's like, I went trotting into the information booth and they weren't doing a reenactment. And I just tiptoed on out.
And Jason, one of the famous stories I like that Kelly talks about is when she's sitting at the dinner table, and I'll let Kelly take it over from there. What happens?
My girlfriend, we were at a real fancy restaurant, and up comes this, I called him Black Bart. He was in a black cowboy outfit. And then there was this little flapper, and Black Bart sat down next to my girlfriend, and the little flapper slapped my girlfriend ghostwise and put her whole arm through her head, and made her flop down in her food.
And what's bad, Jason, she saw what was about to happen and didn't say, watch out. Nothing. She just laughed. But anyways, that's just terrible.
I apologize to my friend.
But, a good girlfriend and be like, hey, watch out. Something bad's going to happen. But no, she just sat there and watched it. What the heck, right?
But yeah. I can't go anywhere without seeing stuff. Like my 2 girlfriends and I went to Jerome, Arizona, and we're walking along, and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe, and I fell to my knees, and I said, where is all this soot coming from? Why is it so sooty? And my friends, they didn't see the soot. And I said, well, let's go to an information booth. And so we went there, and here there was a collapse of mines there, and it killed a whole bunch of miners. All of a sudden, all the miners came out. It looked like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. All the spirits are coming around us. And it's like, I couldn't drive because I was being so inundated. I said, get me down the mountain. But I was warned before we went, this guy, and it's always someone in white. There's a guy in this painter uniform. He goes, be careful, girly girl. There's good and there's bad up there. There's AC and DCs. Be careful, girly girl.
And then, Jason, go ahead.
And then my girlfriend, she picked up one of the entities, and I had to send that to the light and through the light because it was sitting on her chest. It's like, oh, brother.
Kelly Joe, Lizzie is asking, how does it work for you? Can you just look at someone and know they have spirit around them, or just, and Lizzie, she knows. Sometimes she just won't tell you. She just look at you and smile. I'll let Kelly answer that one. I'm just telling you.
Yes, I can see spirits with people. You know, when I was a kid, I had to, learn how to discern it and learn how to shut it down, because I still can't go in malls. I won't, because all the energy is too much.
Yeah.
But you can see their spirits walking around them, and their passed on loved ones and all that.
I just cannot imagine being at Kelly's house, and I mean, every time Kelly tells us stories, right, or her encounters, I remember Peter Marks that day right before he got on the show. Peter was frustrated. And I said, Peter, and he has the gentlest heart, the kindest man you ever meet. And I said, Peter, what is wrong with you? He said, I got fussed at. I was at the doctor's office. And I said, what was wrong? What happened? He said, this lady started screaming at me. And I'm like, what happened? He said, I was sitting there carrying on a conversation. And the lady jumped up. She said, something's wrong with you. You're crazy. I don't know who you're talking to. He's like, what? I'm talking to spirit. What's wrong with you? Can't you see it? It's right there. She goes, you're crazy. Get away from me. Right in front of everybody in the doctor's office. Hey, Moon at Noon, welcome to the show.
And Denise wants to know how I read someone without seeing them. I don't need to see them. I can track their energy and read them. I read people in other countries. I read people all around the world. It's like a hunting dog. I can track their energy.
Very interesting. Yeah, it's wild. So interesting.
And people, they swear that you have to be right in your presence. No, you don't.
Now, some people, I will give them that they do. They don't have the ability like Kelly does. I got to learn where to look at my camera. I'm sorry, because they don't have that ability as far as she does. And it's harder for them. Like right now with everybody in the chat room, they get too much, or they cannot focus in on.
Right.
But Kelly has been very accurate with people in the chat, Jason, with readings, and however, with myself and other people. Very interesting. I can assure you that.
And it's like I can be sitting all by myself and have a spirit or a real person sit down and tell me all about their life. But it's so real to me, I never can tell if it's real or Memorex, because I see them very clearly.
Jason, Kelly, can you read me or anyone at any time?
Yep, I can click on, click off.
So, yeah. Very interesting. It's just when you hear, when Kelly talks about, I can't help from laughing, but when you talk about hospitals, it's entertaining.
Oh yeah. Yep. I've said this before. I get lost in them, and all the spirits come. They're all different years and eras and everything. And I'll say, where's out? And I clean the whole thing out. But then the spirits that die, they'll come up to me. Am I dead? Am I dead? Yeah, you're dead.
It is funny. So, It really is. Yeah, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, put the name of the Bigfoot you're all going to name in the studio. And we're going to be closing it out in the next couple of days. So make sure you get the names in. So whoever gets to name it, I'll send them a prize in the mail. So, but yeah, it's very entertaining, Jason. It's never a dull moment. I mean, we have Kelly Jo, we have Melinda, we have Chris, we have Jennifer. Gosh, who else do we have, Kelly? We have so many.
Oh, we have so many people.
I'm sorry if I didn't name you on the show, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that actually participates on our channel. Angela, she's another good one. So
Peter Marks.
Yeah. So, yeah, Londa says, I don't like hospitals. Yeah, a lot of people don't because of the energies and so forth. Little Bigfoot. I think that name came up several times. I think that's going to be in the running there, Roger. So, yes. Bigfoot scooter. Okay. Hey, welcome, Scott. You're always late, Scott. That's all right. Better late than never. But yeah, it's very cool to be here first time. Well, nice to have you, Jason. Hopefully check out our other shows. I think we have 13 shows a week. I'll go ahead and make an announcement now. We're adding another show. It'll be, I think we're going to confirm it on Wednesday. And the show will be called, I think she named it today. And it is, and I just got it. That's awful. Hope she's not watching. Yeah, dang. Right. Okay. Anyways, I'll find the title. But it's going to be on Wednesdays. I think we're going to lock it in at 5:30. So it'll be interesting. Welcome, Judy. Nice to have you. So, yeah, another show, Susan. And we're going to add another one, I think, on the weekend. So, but yes. And we got some admins that's going to monitor the shows when I travel. So I think the Bigfoot looks more like an 8. But anyways, Kelly, tell us some other fascinating stories.
Another thing that happens, sometimes I'm called to go clear places. Like one time I was in Holbrook and we didn't have our coffee, we didn't have our breakfast. And I said, we got to go to the museum and clear the jail because there's a spirit that's stuck there. So my friends go with me, and all of a sudden I'm backing up because the poor guy was, bludgeoned, and there was all this blood, and I was backing up, and everybody's behind me, and I'm backing up, and I'm clambering into everybody, and finally went back in and cleared it, and then the soul moved on, and then we all went and had coffee and breakfast, and then one time. I used to be friends in Tucson to the reenactor guys, and there was like an OK Corral over there, and I kept ducking and bobbing and weaving, and the men would watch me and they laugh and they say, "Dodging them bullets, ain't you, Kelly?" But it's like you can go places and feel and see and hear stuff, and it's nice to release the souls. I mean, I even went to Oregon and went to this old hotel, and it was built in like 1912. And I kept seeing an overlay of all the different spirits. Like I saw like 1920s people. And I went to the bathroom, and there was a little girl in an 1800s dress flushing the toilet. And then up on the stairs, there was like a cowboy in a cowboy hat and, a holster and all that. And I went to the front desk and I asked the lady, I said, "Do you know you got ghosts in here?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I can tell you got a little girl flushing the toilet. She's from the 1800s. And then you got like a cowboy, and I want to name him Cowboy Bart." And she goes, "Yeah, I didn't want to know that."
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
But just fun stuff like that, And I got to go to Silverton, and that's in Colorado, and there was an old brothel there, and I kept getting the word Martha, and come to find out, she was a famous a lady that owned the brothel, and she did good for the town. I mean, she brought medicines there. She helped the poor people. She helped feed poor people. And she was like a real wealthy business owner for that day. So that was neat that she presented herself to me, and it was confirmed that she really was alive and was there.
Wow.
But I mean, that's just so much fun. I just love doing my work.
I don't know if I can handle that full time.
Why?
I mean, I know you're used to it, right? Because you're raised like that, so you don't know any different. I understand that, but that would be just like Peter said, me in the doctor's office and having a conversation. That lady's like, "What's wrong with you? What the hell? You're crazy!" And making a scene in front of everybody.
Well, I try not to make a scene, but it's just there's spirits and history everywhere.
Jason's asking for the audio listeners on iHeart, Google, Spotify, and everything else. Do the spirits even notice each other? Or are they all different times just overlapping? That is actually a good question. I never asked that before.
Well, I've had some acknowledge each other from different time frames. I've had that happen twice, but most of the time they don't, because they're in their little bubbles.
That was a good question. I never asked that question.
It was.
So very interesting. Welcome, Skywalker. I waved at you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is her show. That is the new family to the Bigfoot Outlaw. So, welcome, Skywalker. So that's her. So yes. But no, that is. Jason also says, I'm very into spirits, but not gifted. However you may think that, you'll be surprised that you may be gifted. It's just that you're lost. You lose it as you grow older. That's why the other day we showed a bunch of videos of children under age 10 would be talking to past grandparents they never saw. Hello, Peppo. And their parents are freaking out. And because childs can see spirits, can't they?
Right.
So I don't know. What are they talking? Rebecca, Denise, what are y'all talking about? I'm trying to catch up with you all. They're freaking out about something. They said they saw something. What did y'all see? So fill me in. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Jean, that must give you a lot of comfort about death and loss. I think, was it Jean says that when her dad comes to her, he comes to her while he's cooking. I think that, or was that Jean or Denise? Somebody said that. So Liz says, Kelly Joe, can you give us a demonstration? We'd love to see you a read.
All right. Somebody did ask for a reading, but I don't know who did. I'm sorry. I was busy talking.
Don't even say that. You already got me stuttering. Did you say that Bigfoot, the one behind me, laughed? It cracked a smile. Don't even start that now, because I got that from a store, not a antique place. That's yeah. So Grizzly, your furry co-host laughed when he spoke about looking like an ape. Evidently, something happened because they're talking about it. So yes, you're welcome, Skywalker.
A man was asking for a reading, and then somebody else asked for one too.
Not me. Dad comes to me. It tells him I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'll look for it. It was me, Scott. All right, okay. Scott.
You want a reading? You want to see me do a reading? Okay.
And I'll try to catch up a little.
Well, your grandfather on your dad's side is with you, and he says you're doing right, and he's proud of you. You also have a big opportunity coming up this fall, and it's with a friend that you've known forever that you can trust.
Ooh, interesting.
And then you have an aunt on your mother's side that is with you, and she wore cat eyeglasses. So.
All right, let me scroll down here. If you can just give us some confirmation, Scott. I'm down at the bottom of the list here, so I can check. Yeah, they're saying the Bigfoot Jean. She is reading Scott M, who she's reading right now. But no, they said the stuffed animal actually smiled. You're all making me nervous here. I didn't bless the doll. He's trying. It's okay, Scott. Sometimes I don't know if you're trying, but sometimes it may not resonate. Like my family, I had to validate things with my mother, and it took her time to validate things through her side of the family, and it took her days. So
It was the second aunt,
okay.
the second one next to your mom.
All right, Jason, I got you in line. And also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, Kelly Joe's information will be down at the bottom of the screen throughout the show. For the audio listeners, it's Kelly Joe 1009 at gmail.com. Website, www.kellyjoepsychic.com. 561-333-5367, ladies and gentlemen.
But right, like I said, in future, you got an opportunity in the fall.
Oh, he says, I miss my twin.
So did anything make sense to you, Scott?
Scott, look up. Gene says, Scott, look up cat eyeglasses. Now, if you don't know what cat eyeglasses are, they're a little bit different than regular glasses. So both of them name Betty Jane. Oh, okay. Welcome, Wallace, to the show. Round of applause. But, yes, all of it.
Okay. Right now, that's the passed on people that I'm getting around you.
All right. Sort of looked like a glitch in the tape. Well, you know what, Rebecca, I have to go back and validate that. Jason would like to know. He's a first-time listener, first-time watcher. Welcome, Jason. Okay. And he would like a little sampling as well, please.
All right. Now he's saying that he had a twin brother. Is that what he's talking about?
That I'm not for sure.
All right. But I see that you have your grandmother on your mom's side that is with you, but she was a short, sturdy lady and she walked like she was going to get it. Walked hard on earth. She had a purpose, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm laughing at, because I can actually picture what Kelly Joe's stating right now.
You know, and had a whole bunch of children. And she was like before her time. She wore the pants of the family, most definitely. She was a great baker. I smell bread. She was a bread baker. But too, when they show me yes. bread, I don't know why, you're going to be making money this year. An uptick in your finances.
Yes.
So. And then you have someone that was in Broadville way back in the day. So does any of that make sense to you? And if you don't know, ask somebody who's really old.
Right. Welcome, War Criminal, to the show. Nice to have you, John, and everybody. So I meant to ask you before the show, and I think I don't want to say her name wrong. Let me make sure. I'm trying to play catch up. Let me see who's at the bottom of the screen. Sonny, hey, Aussie, welcome to the show. Hey, nice to have you. Round of applause for you. Somebody asked about antiques, and ladies and gentlemen, we actually did a show last year. Was it last year or this year?
I don't remember, but we did it on antiques. Yeah. They can have attachments.
So
you need to bless them and smudge them puppies.
Welcome, Barbara. But what they're asking, and I got a lot of requests, is they want to know if you would be interested, Kelly Joe, if they would send pictures in, and maybe next week, would you wanted to take a look at some of them and maybe do a couple of readings on them?
Sure. I'd be happy to do that.
Oh, you're welcome. Aussie, nice to have you. Yeah, Joanne, thank you. I didn't want to speak out of tongue there. So, all right. So we'll go ahead and throw it up on the block. Kelly Joe, you got my email. down at the bottom of the screen. I will throw it up, and there it is. And also my Facebook messenger is Grizzly Chris. Just like it sounds, Grizzly, Grizzly, and Chris. Send me pictures of your antiques. It can be furniture, it can be clothing, dishes, whatever. Send them to me, and I will put them in order. Make sure you show up next week, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I will display the picture with your name, and Kelly will take a look and see what we can find out. That was very interesting.
More than happy to do that. The guy that I read just recently, did he have any resonance to what I was telling him?
Yes, he did. He said yes. So I'm trying to go back. The comments have really flew on me, so I'm trying to play catch up here. Welcome, Standing Stones. Nice to have you there. So, and yes, Rebecca, we did animals, one show. That is absolutely right. It was fascinating. So, definitely, yeah.
But
absolutely.
Everything has energy. You can read anything.
Blue-Eyed Northern, when you have a chance, message me, please, Blue-Eyed Northern. I'd like to get you scheduled for a show. Thank you. All right, here. Now, I think there was one more person that wanted a reading. If you could just call out or shout out in the chat room, because the chat flew by me. I didn't want to scroll back 20
I'm
or 30.
busy doing this, and I'm not reading the side thing.
Right.
I can't do two things at once when I'm reading. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Blue Eye. I meant to tell you like 5 shows ago, and I got sidetracked. So I can't even say that, Gene. I'm trying to say she shells. Hi, Sean. The Bigfoot was laughing today. Yeah, that's what they're saying, Sean. You missed it. Sonny. Okay, there we go. Sonny. There we go.
All right. What is it that you're trying to decide? Because there's a decision coming up for you. But your timing is impeccable. And you're going to start a new career. You're going to add to what you do and start a new career. Are you thinking of moving? Because there's something about moving. And you need to watch your cold water pipe in the kitchen. It feels leaky. So
interesting. Let's see here. I'll say I got you in line. Not a problem. Sonny, please card about new job. What kind and when? Please card about new job.
Well, I said you're going to start a new career.
I think she got excited.
So I don't have my cards tonight.
Yeah. All right. There you go, Sonny. All right. I'll see. I got you in line. I think there's a couple here. John. Oh, John, thank you. Yeah. We are also on all the audio platforms, John, too. iHeartRadio, all of our shows. Kelly, you name it, we're all on there. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So Denise says, Val and I wanted a reading too, please. So we'll start with Denise.
Okay. You're going to hear from a girlfriend you haven't heard from in like 25 years. And then you're going to take a road trip. And that feels like within the next couple months.
Interesting. Now, one thing I'm going to throw out here on Kelly's show, one of the things that you all forgot about, Kelly made a prediction a couple weeks ago. At 8 days, Grizzly, something's going to happen. And that 8 days came to fruition. Is that trip where that Bigfoot came up to the tent and growled and stopped. And I forgot to say it on the last show because I was so hyped up about dying that morning at 5 o'clock when I woke up the whole camp.
Oh, wow.
So, yes. So it actually happened. I had no idea. I meant to tell everybody that. Somebody brought that to my attention. I didn't bring it up. So, yes. So that actually did happen.
So
all right. Denise says, thank you. Yes, that was what it was. It's spot on. I meant to, somebody called me out on one of the shows. They're like, he never did mention that. It was 8 days. They were counting 8 days.
Oh, wow.
And they called it out. So, yeah. So it was interesting. All right. And next up, Val.
busy, 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 busy. You need to take time for yourself and calm down. Have some more quiet time to set limitations and boundaries for yourself. Huh?
All right. Let's see here. Susan F. would like to know what spirits are with me, Kelly Jo.
I hear the name T. T is with you. So that must be a guy that you've had forever and ever. You have an uncle on your mom's side that he's like 5'11" and barrel chested. And he wore a shock of black hair. Now, who is it that was in the military? Because you have military people around you too.
A war criminal. I don't do numbers. If that was the case, I'd be a millionaire.
That ain't my forte either.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell him, if you dream the numbers, play them.
Right. So now I got a girl that does license plate numbers on crime shows that's accurate. I don't know how she does it.
That's Melinda. She does that.
I mean, it's crazy. House numbers and license plate numbers.
She's good.
It's scary.
She's the bomb.
Susan says Dad was in the Army.
Well, there's your military people.
So, had a dream for 6,300. Interesting. All right. Now, the one that's up on the block now, Aussie Ange.
You're going to start really coming into your spirituality, and your timing is very impeccable. There's a lady with the name of a J, and it's on your mom's side. And then you have a little teeny weeny grandma that is your dad's side.
Oh, interesting. Welcome, Shade Viking, to the show. Nice to have you. It's interesting. Standing Sony kept dreaming of a 63,000. I would probably go play. There was somebody else. I don't know who it was. I'm trying to go through. I'm trying to highlight them as we go.
Yeah, play the 3 numbers there, kiddo.
Yeah. Now, in Kentucky, we have pick 4. So I don't know what state you live in. I forgot. I don't know if it's Maryland or Boston or so. Okay. He did play 6,300.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Awesome.
And play it for a few days. So, see if it hits.
Thank you for the ring. Aussie, does it help you out any? I wasn't paying attention. Texas uses.
Yeah. Did I make sense to you guys that I'm talking to?
What's the GMA? I'm slow.
What is it? I don't know what a GMA.
I don't know what a GMA is. It's probably a joke or something they're playing on us. So, yeah, absolutely, Shay. Nice to have you. So
did that resonate to the people that I've read then?
So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I know. The Standing Stone, I want to know what GMA is, too. Some people are laughing, so they're saying yes, Kelly. Thumbs up. Good. Welcome, Ed Odell. Nice to have you. How about
Miss Aussie? Did that resonate with you?
Makes sense. Just the J, I'm not sure about at the moment. So,
okay, maybe
Sonny wants to know if you any messages from my dad, please.
He's letting me know that you've dreamed him, and he's saying he's giving you the green light on the things that you're doing. He's proud of you, and he wants to see you be successful. He's saying success.
Okay, Rebecca, I have gotten tingling sensation on my right arm, which is near touching. I don't know what we're going to call it. Somebody said copper pot. That was kind of cute. So I don't know. I don't know who that was for. Who was that for? Let's see here.
And
Susan F. Yes, Light Rebecca. They're seeing that. Well, welcome, Mr. Bill Rigby. A round of applause for you, kind sir. Nice to have you. A gentleman from up north. I think highly of them. Nice to have you on the show. So evidently, I have to get my EMF detector out and see what's going on in the studio. So Skywalker, I would like to know if there's any spirit activity around her.
oh, you have it all the time. Your grandma hangs out in your kitchen, and you're connected to fairy energy. You have a lot of fairies around you.
I didn't say it, Skywalker. I didn't tell her anything about you.
And you're like an earth spirits, and you need to plant plants in the earth and do your herbs and stuff. The fairies will help you. And you need a water feature in your house, like a fish or a water fountain, or fish would be better. Go get one of them. What, either a goldfish or what's those fish that have the fins and they?
Oh, the ones that kill each other.
Yeah, what are they called?
I don't know what they're. I know the Chinese fish. What are they called,
well,
ladies
one
and gentlemen?
of those,
Yeah, you used to buy them for your kids.
Google the name of that fish, please.
Rebecca, standing stones. Gene, what are they called? Siamese catfish or beta fish? Thank you, Gene.
Yeah, thank you.
Beta, or what do I call them? Siamese catfish.
I know. Well, when I'm reading, sometimes the word doesn't come to me, and it's like, I know what I mean. I'm trying to get it real.
Yes, John, the fighting fish. I know. Right. My daughter had them. Chinese fat fighting fish.
Well, Oscar. But they are,
They kill each other. Yes. I don't know. But yeah, anyways.
Jason wants to know if he has spirits. Yes, you do. You have 1800s man and a woman in your house. The man wears a straw hat, and the lady wears a gown, a long dress. And then you got a little boy with knickers and one of those flat caps. And sometimes you'll hear things along the wall. That's a ball being bounced down the hallway.
You got that activity at your house? Really? I gotta see this. Somebody you talked to a while back ago hit me up after one of your shows and like, I need some prayers and send me holy water. And I'm like, how much holy water you need? They're like a ton. So I send them a priority box with 13 bottles.
Well, there you go. They had things going on a lot. They had a vortex in their house. And you need to throw some salt around, sir.
Oh, all right. Bill Rigby says, Kelly Joe, I feel like spirit is around me lately. I'm not sure who it is.
Your father. And what anniversary is coming up? He showed me red roses.
Interesting. Hey, Bill just like looked around like, what the? He just did this number. Bill cracks me up. Bill's a good guy. I think the world of him.
Yep, and you're very psychic, Mr. Bill.
Oh, he's a great investigator. Kyle Smith, any spirits around me?
You have a house ghost, but it's not harmful. When you're not supposed to go somewhere, they hide your keys on you. But your house is pretty quiet.
Jason goes, I hear noises though.
Well,
the face that he made when you made that comment.
Is he an investigator too?
So
is he an investigator too? Grizzly.
Oh, who? What? I'm in La La Land. I'm back.
Hello. We're here.
Thank you, Shade Viking. Yeah, I thought you were talking to
Is he an investigator?
Yeah, Bill Rigby is. Yes, a very well-known.
The man that I'm talking to that says he
Jason. I don't know what Jason does. He's new to the channel. He's got good energy.
But he is psychic, and he
says I have before. Jason saying, Jason, we're not like this all the time. I promise, but we have fun.
And what's happening to you, you need to send them to the lake, because you're picking up spirits wherever you go. You're like an open book. So say your prayer protection and send them on their way.
Oh, I got you now.
Because you're toting people home with you.
Now, I can see Jason doing that.
Right. But his house is quiet. He don't have oogie boogies and a portal or anything like that.
Aussie, who has been sending messages to move forward protection? Kelly has prayers and that can help you with that.
Right.
So, Odell, I just want to let you know, John is going to tell you to inbox him or her. I guess that's a non-binary, and is going to tell you that you're in love, and it's probably going to charge you $55. That's one of those trolls. I love them to death. But anyway, he said, welcome, Crystal. Where have you been? I was getting ready to send her some polka music, but anyways. I love these people that want to get down. Look, she's asking for zodiac signs now.
Yeah, she's a scammer.
Yeah. Scott, I actually got a hold of YouTube, so they toned everything down on the commercials and so forth. They had it out of whack. So
you're welcome.
Blue Eye, don't forget to get a hold of me, Standing Stones. You cracked me up too. But I didn't know you was talking to me, Kelly. I thought you was talking to them.
No, I was trying.
And I was trying to pick up on Bill's energy, because Bill was like, hey, man, I like Bill.
I know. I was trying to get your attention, horribly. Excuse me.
You crack me up. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, up at 9:00, we have is Jason taking Mrs. Oxley home? What? Jason? Who? What? Anyways, I don't know where that came from. Virgil, you're not blocked. You cracked me up. Lost in the energy. Yeah, I got lost. I was picking up on Bill's energy because Kelly was talking about his father, and I saw Bill looking around at the computer or his device.
Oh, did he answer us on that?
He probably thought we were crazy and just disconnected. Oh, no, Bill's here. Maybe my dad wants to apologize to me. They're okay.
But it's around his anniversary, and he'll come to you in a dream.
I got you. So, but that probably makes sense. Jason says, I didn't think about that. All right. Just in case, nice to see you. Can I get a quick reading about my house, please? We'll wrap it up on Justin.
All right.
So
you have a man that is from the 1970s, and he's a land ghost. So you need to send him to light, because he hangs out in your living room, and you see him as a shadow, and you see him as a person. And then he's the one that's knocking. Do you get knocking? Because I hear knocking. So he's, I think he was killed on the land, and you need to send him on his way.
All right, let's get some validation from Justin. Let's see here. Oh, you're welcome, Kel. I was going to say Kelly. Oh, you're welcome, Kyle. So he has heard very loud footsteps.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so send him on his merry way. And because
also, my vinyl records have moved around by themselves.
That's him getting into them.
Interesting.
I'm surprised your phonograph player don't come on.
Oh yeah, that would be freaky. Yes,
I know, but I see him messing with him, trying to play records.
That's wild. That's wild. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget next week. What's it? Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You have all week. Send me pictures. You got the email at the bottom of the screen. Facebook me, Messenger Grizzly Chris. That's GRIZZLY Chris. Send me pictures of furniture, pictures of dishes, whatever, Kelly, right?
Jewelry, photographs, whatever.
Yes. And I will stack them up and just make sure Now, I know that your YouTube name and your Facebook name will be kind of different. I understand that. So if you message me on Facebook, just put down in the comments your YouTube name. So when I display them on the show, I know who it is so we can correlate that. So what I'll do is I'll call out the names in order we're going to go to make sure you're in the studio.
Okay.
That way we don't just do them as if you're not here. I'd rather do the ones that are present first. So if that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll do that. And yes, Leonard, 9:00 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we'll have fun with it. And yeah, Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I love Jimi Hendrix. So, and don't forget, we'll flash Kelly's information one more time down at the bottom of the screen. And Kelly, explain to them that they can reach out to you, right?
Yes, you can call me at 561-333-5667. And I also have a website, kellyjoepsychic.com. And I am available for mediumship readings and regular readings, general readings.
And from coast to coast, we'll see you at 9:00. See you shortly,
Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen.
everybody. Night.
Godspeed.